Are the laws of nature fine-tuned for life, or are we just incredibly lucky? Let's find out. Have you ever heard of the story about Goldilocks and the three bears? She wanders through the woods and finds this house she enters and finds the most things are either too big, too soft, too hot, too cold, and basically just uncomfortable. But then she finds a few things that are just right and perfect for her. In the same way, it seems like our universe is just right for intelligent human life. Like the balance of protons and electrons, the perfect combination of gases in our atmosphere, or the way Earth's temperature remains just right for life. Does it make you wonder how all these conditions come together so precisely? Are these elements of our universe finely tuned or just a cosmic accident? Speaking of cosmic accidents, it seems some of you might have forgotten to subscribe. So if you are watching our videos and enjoying our content, don't forget to like our video, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so don't miss any of our videos. And hey, if you think this video is finely tuned for your interest, share it with others who might appreciate it. Alright, now back to a big question. Could the precise fine-tuning of the universal constants be evidence of a higher intelligence or just pure luck? To answer this, let's look at some evidence from the universe to see what it suggests. But first, what is fine-tuning? The fine-tuning argument is based on the observation that the conditions of the universe are set with such precision that even the slightest variation could make life as we know it impossible. According to A Fortunate Universe by Geraint Lewis and Luke Barnes, fine-tuning is a technical term borrowed from physics and refers to the contrast between a wide range of possibilities and a narrow range of a particular outcome or phenomenon. To give you an idea, think of it like baking a cake. If you follow the instructions as per the recipe, you will most likely end up with a pretty delicious cake, but changing even the slightest details like the type or amount of ingredients used or baking time could ruin everything and result in something inedible. But in the case of the universe, the recipe is so precise that even a microscopic change in any of the ingredients could ruin everything, not just the cake. There are so many fundamental constants like gravity, the speed of light, and the charge of an electron, which if adjusted even slightly, the universe as we know it wouldn't exist. Forget about the creation of intelligent life. Now, some argue that the universe's fine-tuning is a lucky coincidence, a product of multiverses, or just plain chance. But modern astrophysics has uncovered something pretty mind-blowing about our universe. It turns out that certain factors right from the very start seem to be set up perfectly for intelligent life to exist. These finely tuned constants like the amount of entropy or the strength of the strong nuclear force are so precise that they are often called anthropic coincidences. The odds of them lining up just right are so slim that it's more likely to have a creator or designer that designed those coincidences rather than a stroke of luck. Let's take a closer look at 3 of these coincidences to see how likely they are to just be fluke or fate. Let's start with one of the most baffling numbers in the universe, the cosmological constant, which controls the rate at which the universe expands. If this constant were even slightly larger by anything more than just 1 part in 10 to the power of 120, the universe would have expanded too quickly for stars and galaxies to form. In his book, A Brief History of Time, Stephen Hawking said that if the rate of expansion 1 second after the Big Bang had been smaller by even 1 part in 100,000 million, the universe would have collapsed before it even reached its present size. With these numbers, imagine the odds needed to form organic, intelligent life. Seems highly unlikely, right? But it doesn't stop there. Another finely tuned constant is the force of gravity. If the gravitational constant varied by just 1 in 10 to the power of 60, then none of us would have existed. If gravity was even slightly different from what it is now, stars would either burn out too quickly for life to form on any planet, or they wouldn't ignite in the first place. And again, we'd be left without any heat or light for life to survive. The level of precision that was needed for gravity to be just right to form life would have been like throwing a dart across the universe and hitting a bullseye on the other side. You would need a lot more than just luck to accomplish that. So we've seen how the force of gravity has to be perfectly balanced for the existence of life as we know it. But there's another factor that plays a huge role in the order of the universe. Entropy is basically a measure of disorder or unusable energy. According to physicist Roger Penrose, there is a high probability that our universe started off in a low entropy state, meaning a condition where the system is highly ordered and has minimal randomness or disorder. He said in order to produce a universe resembling the one in which we live, the creator would have to aim for an absurdly tiny volume of the phase space of possible universes, about 1 over 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 123 of the entire volume. This is an extraordinary figure. One could not possibly even write the number down in full in the ordinary denary notation. It would be 1 followed by 10 to the power of 123 successive zeros. Penrose's calculations really show just how unbelievably precise the universe had to be at the very beginning for everything to fall into place by chance. The starting conditions were so specific that even a slight change would have led to a chaotic universe full of black holes instead of the orderly one we see today. It would probably be easier to build a giant sandcastle in the middle of a tornado than try to randomly create the conditions for the origin of our universe. Now you might be thinking, maybe our universe just got lucky. Maybe there are countless other universes out there and we just happen to live in the one that works. This is what the multiverse theory suggests. But does it really explain away fine-tuning? Not really. Even if there are infinite universes, the question still remains, why does this one, the one we happen to live in, have such incredibly precise conditions? And why or how would a multiverse exist in the first place? There is no scientific evidence for its existence, so we couldn't prove this theory anyways. Even if there was some kind of law of physics that forms some kind of universe-churning machine, then wouldn't that also have to be finely tuned in order to create all those universes? So the possibility of a multiverse doesn't negate the fact that our current observable universe is finely tuned. Now, in order for life to have existed at all, the universe had to meet certain precise conditions, most of which are highly improbable. The improbability is so large that even a minute variation would have never created life at all. With all the evidence that modern astrophysics provides, it's difficult to believe that fine-tuning was the result of random natural phenomena. However, these finely tuned conditions and constants of the universe would make more sense if they were the result of intelligent supernatural design. So it would seem that a fine-tuned universe could be a creation of a supernatural creator, like God. So, what do you think? Do the specific conditions of universal constants provide convincing evidence for God? What scientific evidence do you think disproves this theory? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you like this video, let us know by liking and subscribing to our channel. It really helps us a lot. Until next time.